Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. So today I only have about 15 minutes for our reading video because I do have plans later tonight, but I really didn't want to miss our daily posting schedule. As you guys know, I have promised and set the intention of doing a daily video every single day through the end of 2025, but also into the year 2026 as well. So be sure to subscribe and join us here every single day for a collective reading and check-in here on the channel. I am so excited to be entering the holiday season with all of you, and of course, to be starting off the new year together in just a couple weeks as well. I would love to know how you've been doing, if you have been celebrating any holidays or doing anything related to the season lately. Also, I would definitely be interested to know if you have any New Year's intentions for yourself or your own life. I know that some of you already have shared these intentions with me in previous comments, but if you haven't yet shared anything, then I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Of course, only if you're feeling guided to leave a comment. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into pulling some cards here because I am really excited to get into this reading. I don't know what we're going to be discussing today, so I am really just going to be allowing the cards to guide the messages. So I am shuffling the traditional tarot cards, and I just want to know, what can I channel for all of the beautiful souls tuned into today's reading? Okay, so the first card we have here is the Two of Pentacles in the upright position. And this is sitting in the third eye chakra. So what I'm getting right away is there is someone who is using their own intuition to bring something into balance in their own life. And the feeling that I'm getting is that your intuition has been guiding you in some kind of direction. Like, for example, maybe your intuition has been telling you to slow down and to take more time to rest lately, or maybe you have been actually guided to particular action steps that you're really feeling inspired to, that somehow brings something more into balance for you. I just get the sense that I'm hearing intuitive directions, almost like you are getting intuitive directions from your own soul, from your higher self, coming through your intuition. And these directions are helping you to bring something into your life, into balance, whether it's maybe your physical body, your health, maybe it is related to your work, your career, your finances, your romantic life, social life, whatever this is for you. And I just get this sense in general that at this time, you're feeling this very cognizant connection to your own inner voice. So your intuition generally may actually just seem to be more strong than usual. I'm hearing your intuition is louder than usual. Can I get any other information on, well, a few cards came out here. Okay, so I feel like that represents your energy, but now I'm picking up on some kind of external energy, and what I'm getting is that there is someone connected to you who seems to be having a major wake-up call with the Judgment card, and this person seems to be doing a lot of reflection internally, and they're feeling disconnected from you or realizing that they missed some kind of an opportunity with you. So while you are over here bringing yourself into balance, following your own intuition, this other energy that we're tapping into is having some kind of major wake-up call that actually seems to be related to you in some way. So let's see if we can get a card from the Burning Heart Love Oracle. By the way, I've started tagging the decks that I'm using in the videos. So if you would like to check out any decks that I'm pulling from, usually you can see the links to those in some of the video timestamps and usually underneath the video as well. I know that many of you have asked to have those tagged. And I know in a past video, some of you were asking about what sun lamp I use, especially in the winter when there's less sunlight, because I have found my sun lamp to be really energizing. So once I get this video up, at some point I will tag that sun lamp that I'm using underneath this video in the product section as well. But the card that I have here from the Burning Heart Love Oracle is, I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. So this is someone in a lot of regret. And I'm hearing there's something about the time of year. So I'm seeing for some reason like mistletoe and like a Christmas wreath. So maybe there's something about Christmas time that is making this person think of you. I'm also getting some message where they seem to be kind of wondering how the time went by so quickly or something like that. Like they are seemingly thinking heavily about the passage of time. But again, also there's something very specific to this particular time of year that seems significant between the two of you. I'm getting the card, I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. So what I'm hearing is that, and this is going to get so specific, so of course, always use your intuition and only take the messages that resonate for you personally. But I'm getting that this person had people around them who were in their ear telling them that things were not going to work out with you for some reason. I'm hearing like a fling or a short-term thing. So it's almost like they had people around them who saw their connection with you as them sort of just like having a fling or having fun or something that they would grow out of or that didn't really have long-term potential for some reason. I'm hearing we came from different worlds. So the reason that people around them may have been feeling this way could have been because you and this person come from very different backgrounds, cultures, worlds, locations, whatever the case is. And for some reason, I'm getting the word childish. I don't know if someone was like immature or childish in this situation, or if maybe people around them were thinking that it was childish that they had such strong feelings for you. And it's almost like they thought that they were going to grow out of these feelings or that they were going to fade. But what I'm getting is that when the feelings kept getting stronger and this person really opened up to the people around them and told them that their feelings for you were getting stronger, they were somehow actually convinced out of moving things forward and may have ghosted you entirely. And what I'm getting here for the specific group that I'm tapped into is this was actually very confusing for you because this person most likely walked away at the peak of your connection, meaning something very intense may have happened between you. You may have shared a very special moment, or they may have opened up about their feelings. And then almost immediately afterward, they disappeared or ghosted you or just seemed to drop off the face of the earth. And it probably left you feeling confused because this didn't happen slowly. It was very unexpected and actually happened when things really seemed to actually be reaching a peak between you. And that actually wasn't just random. This is because once they realized that they were truly falling in love with you, that this wasn't, it's almost like in their own mind, just like the people around them may have been telling them this was just a fling or this was light and casual, they may have been internally trying to tell themselves that they were just going to keep this casual and explore it and see where it was going to go. But at some point they realized that their feelings for you were getting much more serious than they felt prepared for. And when they really started falling in love with you, I see that they went to these people around them and opened up to these people, whether it was friends or family members, and told them that they were falling in love with you. And then that is really what delivered the final blow to this connection, because then these people around them kind of manipulated them or told them that they needed to break things off for some reason, which again, I feel the reason had something to do with the two of you having very different worlds or coming from very different backgrounds. We're getting the card, I want to kiss you. So you may have shared a kiss with this person. In fact, I'm hearing the kiss broke the spell. This is so strange. Like, I feel that what I'm really hearing is like a kiss broke a spell in their own mind, like this illusion, the spell being the illusion. And in this case, the illusion was that they could just keep this casual and on the surface. So for some of you, you may have kissed this person or had some other moment that was equally intimate or special or some form of physical interaction that maybe is like metaphorically similar to that moment of a kiss. And it broke the spell. It broke this person's illusion that they were somehow going to be able to keep things casual with you because they knew that their feelings were much more serious. And that was that kind of peak of this connection. And then after that, there was some kind of drop off is what I'm getting really strongly. But now this person is very much in their head. And again, I'm getting for many of you, it really has to do with this time of year. Can I get any information about how else this person is feeling? So they're in this mode of making a lot of personal changes in their life that seem to be affecting their solar plexus chakra in a positive way. I'm hearing that they're beginning to really individuate themselves from that group of people or whoever in their life was manipulating them in the past. And as they reflect back, they feel really weak for allowing these people to manipulate them in that way. But I see them now making changes where they are becoming more confident in making their own choices and decisions. And they're beginning to really realize just how codependent and manipulative many of these bonds were that were around them. The sense I get about this person is that without even realizing it, they were involved in a lot of karmic kinds of friendships, connections, or relationships in their life. And you seem to be the first connection that entered their life that was not karmic, meaning it was soul-based. You and this person come from the same soul family, meaning you share a similar or identical soul frequency, depending on whether this is a soulmate or a twin flame. Now, of course, soul family and soulmates do not have to be romantic. But what I'm getting with this person is that there were very strong romantic feelings, but the reason those feelings developed so quickly and couldn't be kept casual is actually because of the soul connection that the two of you shared. Now, I feel like there's some significance to the fact that just as you are really bringing your life into balance, you're following your intuition, that is when this person is having all of these regrets about you. Because you are connected in the same soul family, it's as though they are hearing this signal that you are sending out. I feel you are not really giving this person your attention at this time, even though initially when they disconnected, I feel that you most likely did give them a lot of attention internally and mentally because it was a very confusing situation. But I actually see that you've really shifted focus, not just away from this person, but away from anyone in your past who wasn't able to hold your light. I'm hearing you are no longer wasting your thought energy or your emotional energy ruminating on situations where someone was intimidated because you were shining so brightly. You are beginning to realize that someone who isn't willing to look at themselves, and sorry, I had to get a card off the ground there. That's why I went distant for a second. But someone who isn't willing to look at themselves is going to be intimidated when your light so clearly illuminates all of themselves to them. With the 5 of Wands in the upright position, I almost am hearing like, I heard the karmic is at war with the divine. And of course, that sounds really dramatic. But what I'm getting is like the karmic energies in this person's life are almost like at war with your divine energy in a very metaphorical sense. What I'm getting here is like, and while you aren't really paying any mind or attention to any of this, I don't feel like you really feel at war with this energy. You've developed peace within yourself, but it is at war with you in the sense that I feel this person very internally conflicted. They are having all of these regrets about you, but they also know and are realizing that the people who manipulated them into ghosting you or disappearing are also people with whom they share very karmic connections with. And so they're having these moments of truth within themselves. And I feel that it's very confronting and most likely emotional for this person. I keep getting the word individuating. Like this person was surrounded by karmic connections from such a young age. I'm seeing like even in their family, their society, their community. I'm hearing for some of them, they may like go to a church or have some organization that they're part of that also holds a lot of karmic energy for them. And they're really having this major wake-up call and beginning to individuate themselves from all of those karmic dynamics. And it's also leaving them with all of this regret over how they treated you, which by the way, you seem to be the only true soul-aligned divine connection that this person has ever come across. They don't seem to have met any other soul-based connections in their life, which is part of why you've kept such a strong impression on them all of this time. I'm hearing, I always knew I would return back to you. Like I feel this person's soul, even when they disconnected, a part of them deep down always knew that they weren't fully going to be able to let you go. And that as soon as they fully felt clear of these other energies that they were very codependently reliant on in some way, they would be back around. And that's this circling back that I'm sensing is happening now. So I do have to go, but I am going to continue channeling more into this in the future. I can tell tell this energy will come up again. So if you'd like to hear more on this, be sure to subscribe. And if you do want to manifest contact from this person and you haven't heard from them in a while, I recommend trying my Break No Contact Subliminal. So many of you have seen amazing results from this. I've even heard stories of people using this and then the next day having someone unblock them that had them blocked for 2 years to contact them. I also heard a story of someone listening to this overnight while they were sleeping, and then they heard from exactly the person they wanted to hear from the next day. And I'm getting so many testimonials like that all the time, specifically about this one subliminal meditation that I've created. So if you do want to try it free, then you can create a free trial account on my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. And I'll leave a link to do that in the pinned comment and description box under the video. But otherwise, I'm going to close things out here. Let me know in the comments if anything connected and if you'd like to hear more on this energy. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.